My beloved child, stop scrolling. Stop everything you are doing right now. Put down your worries, quiet your racing thoughts, and listen to what I am about to tell you. This is not just another message that appeared on your screen by accident. This is not a coincidence. This is not random chance. This is a divine interruption carefully orchestrated by heaven itself, and it has found you at the exact moment when you needed it most. I, the Lord your God, have been watching you. I have seen the weight you carry, the battles you fight in silence, the tears you cry when no one else is looking. I have heard every prayer you whispered into the darkness, even the ones you were too tired to finish. I have felt every ache in your heart, every moment of doubt, every question you were afraid to ask out loud. And tonight, I could not wait any longer to reach you. This message carries urgency because your soul has been crying louder than your words. You have reached a point where something must change, where you cannot continue carrying everything alone, where the burden has become too heavy even for your strongest moments. Heaven has been preparing this moment since before you opened your eyes this morning. The angels are gathered not as distant observers, but as witnesses to what is about to shift in your life. The air between heaven and earth is charged with the presence of the divine, and I am speaking directly to you. Do not turn away from these words. Do not let distraction pull you from this moment. Do not click away thinking this is for someone else. This is for you. Every word that follows has been written with your name upon it. Every sentence carries the power to transform the direction of your heart. You are standing at a crossroad right now, and what you do in this moment will determine what happens next. I know what you have been asking me. I know the questions that keep you awake at night. When will it happen, Lord? When will I see the breakthrough? When will my prayers finally be answered? When will the doors that have been closed for so long finally open? When will the burden lift? When will I feel peace again? I have heard every question, my child. I have collected every tear, and I am answering you now, in this very moment, with the full authority of heaven behind my words. You are not here by accident. The fact that you are reading these words right now is proof that I have not forgotten you. While you thought I was silent, I was working. While you felt I was distant, I was closer than your own breath. While you wondered if I still cared, I was arranging circumstances you could not see, moving pieces you did not know existed, preparing hearts that needed to be softened, and clearing paths that needed to be opened. This is your divine appointment. This is the moment when heaven steps into your timeline to remind you of truths you have forgotten in the midst of your struggle. This is when I pull back the veil just enough for you to see that your waiting has not been in vain, that your prayers have not fallen on deaf ears, that your faith, however fragile it feels right now, has been holding you together all along. Listen to me carefully, my precious one. I am about to tell you things that will shift your perspective. I am about to reveal what has been happening in the invisible realm, while you could only see the visible struggle. I am about to show you why the delay was not denial, why the silence was not absence, why the closed doors were not rejection. Stay with me. Do not let your mind wander. This moment is too important to miss. I have seen you, my child. I have seen everything. I watched you wake up this morning trying to find the strength to face another day. I saw how you forced a smile when you felt like crumbling inside. I noticed how you nodded when people asked if you were okay, even though the truth was far more complicated than a simple yes or no. I observed you going through the motions, fulfilling your responsibilities, showing up for others, all while your own heart was quietly breaking. I have seen the nights when sleep would not come, when your mind replayed every disappointment, every unanswered question, every moment when you felt like you were falling short. I watched you toss and turn, wrestling with thoughts that told you it was too late, that you had missed your chance, that maybe the promise was never meant for you after all. I felt your chest tighten with anxiety as you worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, wondering how you would make it through. I have seen you reach for your phone in the middle of the night, scrolling through the lives of others who seem to have what you are still praying for. I watched comparison steal your peace as you wondered why their breakthrough came and yours did not. I felt your confusion when you saw those who did not pray receive what you have been begging for. I heard you whisper, "What am I doing wrong, God? Why does everyone else get answered but not me?" My beloved, I saw you at your weakest moments, the ones you hide from everyone else. I was there when you broke down in the shower, letting the water mask your tears so no one would hear. I was present in your car when you pulled over because the weight became too much to carry while driving. I stood beside you in the kitchen at midnight when you stared at nothing, feeling the emptiness wrap around you like a heavy blanket. I have watched you fight battles no one else knows about. The internal war between faith and fear. The struggle to believe when everything you see contradicts what you hope. The exhausting effort to stay positive when your circumstances scream that nothing is changing. The lonely fight to hold on to prayer when it feels like shouting into an empty sky. I have seen your sacrifices. The times you chose to do the right thing even when it cost you. The moments you forgave when revenge felt more satisfying. The days you gave to others when you yourself were running on empty. The nights you prayed for people who never thought to pray for you. I saw every act of kindness you offered while your own heart was aching for someone to be kind to you. I have witnessed your strength, my child, even when you felt like the weakest person alive. I saw you get up every single day, even on the mornings when staying in bed seemed like the only option. I watched you keep going when quitting would have been easier. I noticed how you continued to breathe, to try, to hope, to believe, even when everything within you wanted to give up. I have seen the weight of your financial burdens, the bills that arrived faster than the income, the calculations you made over and over, trying to make the numbers work, the stress that gripped your stomach when you thought about provision, the shame you felt when you could not give what you wanted to give or buy what your loved ones needed. I heard you pray for breakthrough, for open doors, for opportunities, for favor, all while wondering if I was listening. I have watched your relationships struggle, the distance that grew between you and people you once felt close to, the misunderstandings that were never resolved, the words that were spoken in anger and the silence that followed, the loneliness you felt even when surrounded by others, the longing for connection that runs deeper than what casual friendship can satisfy. I felt your heart ache for someone to truly see you, to understand you, to choose you. I saw the moment when someone you trusted turned their back on you. I watched how you replayed that conversation over and over, wondering what you could have done differently. I felt the sting of rejection when plans were made without including you. I noticed how you stopped reaching out after being ignored too many times. I witnessed you sitting alone on important days, days when everyone else seemed to have someone. I heard the silent question that echoed in your heart. Am I too much or not enough? Why does everyone else have people and I have no one? I have seen you at family gatherings smiling on the outside while feeling disconnected on the inside. I watched you navigate the pain of broken relationships with parents, children, siblings, people who should have been your safe place, but became your deepest wounds. I felt your grief over relationships that died slowly, not with a dramatic ending, but with gradual distance that you could not stop. I heard you pray for reconciliation, for healing, for bridges to be rebuilt, wondering if it was even possible anymore. I have seen your health concerns, the pain that reminds you of your fragility, the exhaustion that never fully lifts, the nights when discomfort stole your rest. I heard you pray for healing, for strength, for relief, wondering why some prayers seem to bounce off the ceiling while others break through. I watched you push through days when your body screamed for rest, but your responsibilities demanded you keep moving. I felt your fear when symptoms appeared that you did not understand, when test results came back that you did not expect, when doctors could not find answers that you desperately needed. I saw you in the middle of the night, pacing the floor because anxiety would not let you rest. I watched you battle thoughts that spiraled into worst-case scenarios. I felt your chest tighten with panic that seemed to come from nowhere. I heard you beg for peace, for sleep, for your mind to stop racing. I noticed how you tried to explain it to others but could not find words that made them understand. The invisible battles are still battles, my child, and I have witnessed every single one. I have watched you grieve losses that others could not see, the death of dreams you once held, the ending of chapters you thought would last forever, the disappointment of outcomes that did not match your expectations, the mourning of versions of yourself and your life that you had to let go. I collected every tear shed in secret, tears that no one else witnessed but were never shed alone. My precious child, I need you to understand something. Every single moment I just described, every struggle, every tear, every prayer, every question, was seen by me. Not 1 second of your pain has been invisible to heaven. You have never been alone, even when loneliness felt like your only companion. You have never been forgotten, even when it seemed like the whole world, and perhaps even heaven, had moved on without you. But here is what you could not see from your limited human perspective. Here is what I must reveal to you now. While you were experiencing all of that, while you were struggling and questioning and wondering if I still cared, I was working. Not just working, but orchestrating. Not just orchestrating, but preparing. Not just preparing, but positioning everything for the moment that is now arriving. Do you remember the story of how I parted the Red Sea? My people stood at the edge of impossibility with an enemy behind them and water before them. In that moment, all they could see was entrapment, but I saw deliverance. What looked like the end to them was actually the setup for their miracle. The very thing that seemed like their biggest obstacle became the stage for my greatest demonstration of power. They could not see it until they were in the middle of it, but I knew all along. Do you recall how I led my people through the wilderness for 40 years when the journey should have taken 11 days? From their perspective, it was delay, unnecessary wandering, frustrating circles, but from heaven's view, it was preparation. I was teaching them to depend on me daily. I was building their faith. I was removing the slave mentality and forming them into a nation ready to possess their promise. What felt like wasted time was actually essential training. My child, the same divine wisdom that operated in those biblical moments is operating in your life right now. Your delay is not my denial. Your wait is not my forgetfulness. Your struggle is not evidence that I have abandoned you. Every single moment has been purposeful, even when the purpose was hidden from your understanding. Let me tell you what was really happening while you thought I was silent. While you felt I was far away, I was actually closer than I have ever been, working in ways that would have been impossible to explain to you in the midst of your pain. I was closing doors that you desperately wanted to open, not to punish you, but to protect you from paths that would have led to greater heartache. I was delaying answers because you were not yet ready to carry the blessing I was preparing. I was allowing certain disappointments because I needed to clear space for something better. I was working behind the scenes in ways you could not track. I was softening hearts that had been hardened against you. I was removing obstacles that you did not even know existed. I was preparing people who would play crucial roles in your next season. I was arranging divine connections that would intersect your path at precisely the right moment. I was shifting circumstances, timing events, orchestrating encounters, all while you could only see the waiting. I was also working inside of you, in the silence. I was teaching you to hear my whisper. In the struggle, I was building muscles of faith you did not know you needed. In the waiting, I was removing things from your character that would have poisoned your blessing. I was showing you what truly mattered by stripping away what did not. I was teaching you to depend on me rather than on the things you were asking for. Every closed door was my protection. Every delay was my preparation. Every disappointment was my redirection. Every moment you felt I was doing nothing was actually when I was doing the most. Working in dimensions you could not see, fighting battles in realms you could not access, moving pieces on a board far larger than your immediate circumstances. The waiting was not wasted, my beloved. It was working. While you thought you were just surviving, you were actually being transformed. You are not the same person who started this journey. Look at your faith now compared to when this trial began. Look at your understanding of me. Look at your capacity to trust even when you cannot trace. Look at your ability to worship in the wilderness. You have grown, and that growth was necessary for what I am about to release. Right now, in this very moment, things are shifting. You cannot see it yet with your natural eyes, but in the spiritual realm, breakthrough is already in motion. Doors that have been locked are beginning to turn. Hearts that were closed are beginning to open. Opportunities that seemed impossible are beginning to form. Provision that looked far away is beginning to move in your direction. The answer to your prayer is already in transit. This is why I interrupted your scrolling tonight. This is why heaven could not wait until morning to reach you. This is why this message found you at this exact moment. Because the waiting season is coming to an end. The wilderness is about to give way to the promised land. The night is about to break into dawn, and I needed you to know it before you saw it. so that when it arrives you will recognize my hand in it. But my child, I need something from you in this moment. I need you to reach back toward me. All this time you have felt like you were reaching toward me while I remained distant. But the truth is, I have been reaching toward you all along, and now I need you to respond. I need you to open your heart again. I need you to trust me again. I need you to believe again. Not because you see evidence yet, but because I am asking you to touch my hand, beloved. Right now, in this moment, extend your faith toward me like a hand reaching into the darkness, trusting that my hand is already there to meet yours. I am not asking for perfect faith. I am not asking for unwavering confidence. I am asking for the simple act of turning your heart toward me one more time. Whisper my name, say, I am here, Lord. I am listening. I am trusting. That is all I need. Do you feel it? That stirring in your chest? That gentle warmth? That unexplainable shift in the atmosphere? That is not your imagination. That is my presence responding to your willingness. That is heaven moving in response to your faith. That is the divine breaking into the natural because you chose to stay with me through these words rather than clicking away. Angels are present in this moment. I am not speaking metaphorically. There are heavenly beings surrounding you right now, watching this divine transaction occur. They have seen your struggle, they have witnessed your perseverance, and they are ready to move on your behalf. But they move in response to faith. They operate when heaven's instructions align with human willingness. And right now, your willingness to be present in this moment is creating that alignment. I am speaking life over your situation right now. I am speaking breakthrough over every closed door. I am speaking healing over every area of pain. I am speaking provision over your financial need. I am speaking restoration over your relationships. I am speaking peace over your anxious mind. I am speaking strength over your weary body. I am speaking hope over your discouraged heart. I am speaking favor over your circumstances, and my words do not return void. They accomplish what they are sent to accomplish. The breakthrough you have been praying for is no longer far away. It is close, so close that you will see evidence of it sooner than you expect. Watch for it, my child. Watch for the shift. It may come as a phone call you were not expecting. It may arrive as an opportunity that appears out of nowhere. It may manifest as a sudden change in someone's attitude toward you. It may show up as an idea that solves a problem you could not figure out. It may appear as peace that floods your heart without explanation. However it comes, you will recognize it as my fingerprint on your life. When it arrives, remember this moment. Remember this night when heaven interrupted your scrolling to speak directly to you. Remember how I told you that I had been working all along, even when you could not see it. Remember that the waiting was not wasted, that the delay was not denial, that my timing was perfect, even when it did not feel comfortable. And when the breakthrough comes, do not forget to give thanks. Do not forget to acknowledge my hand in it. Do not move forward without pausing to worship the one who brought you through. Because this is not just about you getting what you prayed for. This is about you experiencing my faithfulness in a way that deepens your relationship with me. This is about you learning that I am trustworthy, not just when I give, but even in the seasons when I ask you to wait. Now, my beloved child, I want to pray with you. Let these words settle deep into your spirit. Close your eyes if you are able. Take a deep breath. Feel the weight of my presence surrounding you. Father, I thank you for this precious child who has endured so much. Thank you for their perseverance, their faith, their willingness to keep reaching toward you even when their hands felt empty. Thank you for seeing them when they felt invisible. Thank you for hearing them when they felt unheard. Thank you for holding them when they felt alone. I release breakthrough over their life right now. I release open doors and divine connections. I release provision and favor. I release healing and restoration. I release peace that surpasses understanding. Let them feel your nearness in this moment. Let them know beyond any doubt that you are real, that you are good, and that you are faithful. Strengthen their faith for what is ahead. Prepare their heart to receive what you are about to do. And when the breakthrough comes, let it draw them closer to you, not just grateful for the gift, but in love with the giver. In Jesus' name, amen. My child, before you leave this moment, I need you to do something. I need you to make a declaration of faith. I need you to speak out loud, even if in a whisper. These words, I trust you, Lord. I believe you are working. I will not give up. Say it now. Let heaven hear your voice. Let the angels bear witness. Let your own ears hear your declaration. Words have power, and when you speak faith, you are agreeing with what heaven has already declared over you. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel the presence of God in these words, do not keep it to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment below saying I believe so that heaven can record your act of faith. Type Lord, I trust your timing if you are choosing to believe that God's plan is better than your worry. These small acts are not insignificant. They are your participation in what God is doing. And if these messages have blessed you, if they have become a source of hope and encouragement in your daily life, consider supporting this ministry. Your partnership allows these words to reach more people who are crying out for hope. Every contribution, no matter the size, is a seed sown into the kingdom, and God sees it and blesses it. But most importantly, do not let this moment be just another video you watched. Let it be the turning point. Let it be the night when everything began to shift. Let it be the moment when you decided to trust God one more time, to believe one more day, to hold on for one more season. Because I promise you, my beloved child, your breakthrough is already in motion. Heaven is moving, angels are working, and the God who has sustained you this far will not fail you now. I love you with an everlasting love. I have never stopped fighting for you. I have never stopped working on your behalf. I have never stopped believing in the beautiful future I have written for you, and I will never ever abandon you. You are mine. You always have been. You always will be, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my love. Now go in peace, rest in my promises, trust in my timing, and watch for the breakthrough that is already on its way to you. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a new chapter, and it is going to be more beautiful than you can imagine. I am with you always.